Thing that we would like to talk about today is the Raleigh County Live Music Series. So tell me what this series is.
Live 25. The music series is a series of 3 different concerts produced by Mr. Jim Snyder and by Tyler Carden from the company down there. And we have different genres and things like that. We have everything from reggae to R&B and soul, classic rock, bluegrass, you name it, we've got it. Into this community, I noticed that we had a lot of talent throughout this community. So I had a vision, and the vision was to show everybody what Southern West Virginia has for talent for all the different genres and things like that.
How did this whole thing come to be? I imagine it's not an easy feat coming up with this whole process.
No. Well, like I said, I had a vision for it, but I didn't know much about music. But I really wanted to make it happen, so I reached out to a couple talented people, i.e. my producers right here, to try to help me make it happen, and they've worked very hard to make it happen, and I'm so excited to tell everybody what's coming up.
What is the process for recruiting local talent like?
It's not really complicated. More so, I think the challenges we faced this summer was our time crunch, because a lot of these artists are already booked all the way through the summer. They try to do that in January, February, March, so they know they're going to be profitable or at least can survive, So that was our biggest crunch, but a lot of the luck we find is that we're all connected to each other. It's one small business. You know everybody in your business. It's real easy to talk to us.
You mentioned too that there's somewhat of a time crunch to getting these artists able to perform. So how can people prepare for next year's event?
Looking to try and book everybody for next year, somewhere around, what was it, June or July?
But by July.
Yeah, we want to have everybody locked in so that all this information we're like rolling out to you so quickly, we're trying to have that hammered down so that we can put it out around Christmas, so you know what's happening, all the big events that are going down next summer.
Where can they look out for that information?
You can find that at the Raleigh County Parks Recreation page.
Yep, RaleighCountyParksRecreation.gov. We also have a Facebook for Raleigh County Parks Recreation and for Lake Stevens. This year we have all 4 concerts at the Lake Stevens Event Center, but next year we're looking to branch it out because we have a grant in for a mobile stage, and we're just going to put it in all our parks and bring it to everybody.
All right, that's very exciting. So who's going to be playing at these summer concerts?
I'm excited. I just got all the band names. So May 31st, we have Shayer and Crucial Force. We have Lady D and the Mission, and we have heavy hitters. So we've got reggae, old school soul, and we got funk coming to you on May 31st. June 20th, Tyler got Ben Fishin. He has a young talent that's awesome, Gracie Bauer, and of course we have the company, and they're all just going to rock you. July 18th, we have Jim Snyder. We have JC Squared. We have Chris Harris and the Legion of Salty Dogs. And we have the Long Point String Band. A lot of people know them as well. So, that's classic rock, bluegrass. We have brought in so much stuff. There's a little bit for everybody. And these producers, I can't speak enough at how hard they worked and what they brought for us.
That's very exciting. So are you in need of any volunteers or any sponsors to help out with this event? I imagine it's a big one, so I imagine all hands on deck.
We're always looking for more volunteers and sponsors. We've already got a couple of sponsors. We have Southern Communications, and we have Kid in the Background. But we could always use more help, more sponsors. The more help we can get from the community, the more we can make for the community, and this thing's just going to grow. Get a hold of us at Raleigh County Parks Recreation. You can get a hold of me by my email at lroden@raleighcountyparks.gov, or you can just go to raleighcountyparks.gov on our website and get a hold of us that way as well. Just music. We have an art and craft vendor sale going on at every single one of the concerts as well. We have things like jewelry making, crystal chandeliers. We have Mad Ink, the tattoo shop downtown, that's going to come, and you can get artwork or even tattoos done by them at the concert. We are not booked out. We have so much room out there on the green. It's going to be Woodstock seating, so all around where people look, they're going to see vendors. So I'm looking for more vendors, more unique vendors, things like that to bring to the people.
So any type of vendor can attend?
Any type of vendor.
All right. Any feedback from community members so far in anticipation of this live music series?
Well, when this first started, I actually put out a question asking people what they wanted to see in our Raleigh County parks, and the number one thing they came up with was live music.
Okay.
So that's what I concentrated on right off the bat. I did get some more feedback saying that they wanted vendors, so we added vendors and stuff like that to it as well. And I'm trying to be as creative as possible for that, to bring them, everything that they want.
Start? Was this a years in the making type thing? Was this a spur of the moment over one season? How did that happen? I'm interested in that.
As Tyler mentioned earlier, we got kind of a late start on this. I just started in the position for Raleigh County Parks and Recreation as the program manager. So I came up with the idea within my first month in and jumped right on it. Tyler, when did I contact you?
Oh, it was a Facebook post. That's what I wanted to interrupt you and say. It was like, it really all seemed like it started around that post where we were reaching out, trying to find out. And I jumped on there and said, you should do some music. And then you shot me a message and here we are.
That was about 2 months ago, 2.5?
Probably.
So this is a very rapid moving project.
We hit the ground running.
I called everybody I knew to fill one gig. Like we were just trying to make it happen.
Stock seating, bring your blankets, bring your chairs, bring your ears, because you're going to be blown away by the talent we have in live music here.
Just a little bit, because you also are doing Southern West Virginia Idol.
So Southern West Virginia Idol, we're really excited to bring this. It's a whole new idea Roden had. It's a really awesome spark of an idea. We want to see it come alive. And it's just basically anyone can submit their application and we can see if they'd be eligible to join. It's for 18 and under, and it has a lot to do with what I like to do, which is I'm a guitar teacher and I work with Collaborative School of the Arts, which is supporting young artists and helping them grow. So I'm very excited to be working with Roden on this because it's really awesome opportunity to see more sparks like that come alive and watch people really get to thrive as an artist. It's an awesome opportunity because of the prize that's available. There will be a few different prizes, but namely the recording time that they'll be able to have with Kid in the Background, and then the ability to actually have that song be on the radio. It's an incredible opportunity. I think it's a dream opportunity for a lot of people. So I don't see why anybody wouldn't want to be able to be a part of it. So you can send in an application and see if like a video application is essentially how it'll be.
Okay.
Or a recording of some kind, and we can see, if they're eligible and put them up there. It doesn't really matter how old they are, but there will be different sections. There will be a band section, there will be a singer-songwriter section, and then there will be a kids section. The kids won't exactly be able to win the prize of being recorded, but there will be prizes for the kids as well.
Video and sound applications will be sent into raleighcountyparks.gov or to my email at lroden@raleighcountyparks.gov. And we're taking in all applications, and then we're going to whittle it down to a certain number of bands and then a certain number of solo artists. We can't play them all day, otherwise we'd be going, for a whole week. So we're going to whittle that down and then send out invitations to those who make the final cut.
So how would someone increase their chances of getting to the final cut? Are you looking for something in particular, trying to have a certain diversity?
Stylistically, no, we're not looking for anything particular. It's mostly going to be just level of quality and making sure that performer is really ready to be put on the stage. It's something that I do all the time, is make sure that people are ready to be on stage and perform their song, being there to support them, really. And that's really what I'm going to be doing in producing this show. So
Help also build music events and help bolster the music industry in the area. How will this impact the younger artists in Raleigh County on a personal level?
It's an incredible opportunity. It's really exciting, and you just can't turn that down. When you're able to be a part of something that's so exciting, it really fuels you to grow as an artist and to continue your music career, moving to your next step, whatever that is.
I wish I could participate in it.
Yeah, we're also passionate about this. And when I reached out to these guys, they were so excited. They jumped in both feet, trying to make this happen. And for this to come out for the community is a dream to come true for so many. So I really hope it just takes off. Please come.
It sounds very exciting. One of the big prizes for the Southern West Virginia Idol is that they get recorded by a Kid in the Background, and that song can potentially play on the radio. In layman's terms for me, how exciting and how big of an opportunity that is.
So I myself, my band has a song that's on pre-sale on all the streaming platforms, and I've got 2 singles on the streaming platforms that are solo pieces. But that goes to show that if you can contact a distributor, you can get your music on anybody's iPhone. But it's really hard to get on the radio. There used to be a 3-minute 30-second, 3-minute 15-second. There were so many stipulations, and it was the first 10 seconds of the song is what pretty much decided if you got to be on the radio or not. This kind of gives you the opportunity to bypass it. It's just crazy. It would be a lot harder to do that than just skip right through the whole process. I've been trying. You don't hear us on the radio.
They go out there and do their music. There's going to be other bands. There's going to be other people. There's going to be people like Tyler out there that might be looking for a guitarist, might be looking for a singer and things, and that can jump their career as well. For the littles, they'll get bragging rights. I call them littles. It's the 12 and under for the Southern West Virginia Idol, and they'll get a trophy, and they'll get seen by other teachers and people like David that will be able to pull them in and be like, look, I can help you refine this and help them grow to the next level as well. So everybody ends up by benefiting just from being there, and that's what makes it so great.
And I'd like to capitalize on what he said. Maybe you don't get the radio spot. Maybe you don't get to record a song with a kid in the background. But maybe I call you, hey, I got an open spot. How much are you? Maybe you get the gig next year. Something to think about.
And I assume that whenever these people are able to perform on stage and stuff, they can also make connections.
That's what it's all about. That's what really started me on this. When I contacted Tyler, I contacted David, and contacted Jim Snyder, and the connections and the interwovenness of the music community around here is huge. I'm sure these guys could talk about it even more, but just that they're a community, and it's been really cool to immerse myself into part of that.
Yeah, Jim and I were messaging some of the same people, and I messaged him, I'm like, hey man, who do we know collectively so we don't cross any lines, because it really is, it's a really tight-knit community. It's nice to be a part of it. I'm glad to get to help watch it grow, because this has got so many possibilities.
This is happening. If this does really well and you guys are able to expand next year, there's anything that you guys are already looking forward to?
Don't mention it.
It is going to grow. You can go ahead and mention it.
So the company and I have been talking about a conceptual idea of a festival inside of a festival. We want to steal 2 days off of the lake's schedule, and we want to bring in all of our friends that we wanted to book this year but couldn't get due to time conflictions. So there's a little more to this. We want to call this Co-Fest. And we want to do lines of T-shirts with student-produced artwork. We'd like to make all the profits, once we break even, of course, make all the profits go to all of our local schools for their music programs or art programs. As you know, we've lost music programs around here, and kids that that have not experienced music to some degree by 12 lack a lot of cognitive abilities. It's something that's seen scientifically, and we need to make sure that this doesn't happen. I feel very passionate about this. I wouldn't have graduated from high school had it not been for my high school band. And I think that if I get a platform, it's my job. So that's something we're looking for next year, but we haven't gotten to narrow everything down yet. We've got a lot of stuff working in the background to make it happen, so we don't want to make any promises yet.
Of course.
We need a lot of support this year to get the support to make things like that happen next year.
We want to give back to our community. That's like, we don't want to profit off of this. This isn't, this is about giving back to the community. That place, the lake, all of our parks have so much potential, but we can't count on government funding to do everything we need, especially when we're offering stuff like this.
If we get enough community support, my vision is to have a separate battle of the bands and a separate adult Southern West Virginia Idol as well to grow this and give them the opportunities as well, like Tyler said earlier. That is my vision for this, and I really, really want it to grow.